is a big square off right here.
Swing and a miss. Chris Sale is pitching at Jim.
He struck him out.
Number 200 on the year.
Struck him out.
Incredible horizontal break you get on the Sale slider.
Every fastball, 103 or better. And a swing and a miss. Another strikeout.
Sale is in a zone.
The Miz is doing some things today.
This will be a good matchup. Arguably the top two pitchers in the National League.
Friday afternoon here in Milwaukee, the opening game between the Brewers and the Braves. An incredible pitching matchup, the best in the big leagues here today. Jacob Misiorowski, the lowest earned run average in Major League Baseball, followed by Chris Sale, a former Cy Young Award winner. And these two could be in line for that award as we get into September. Here with Joey Ortiz. And Joey, this pitching matchup, Miz on the mound against Chris Sale. When you're playing defense behind Jacob Misiorowski, what do you expect?
Expect a lot of outs to happen. Just to be ready for the ball, really, because he's going to attack the zone, and you got two of the greatest pitchers in the game right now, so it's going to be a fun game.
You've got 5 hits and 5 RBIs here on the week. You've had good success against Chris Sale, going 3 for 10. What's the approach against Sale?
Be aggressive. He's such a good pitcher. The last thing you want to do is get to 2 strikes, so you got to be aggressive to balls in the zone, and try and take good swings on them.
Jacob Misiorowski is about to take the mound. Have fun today.
Thank you.
And our thanks to Joey Ortiz on the Active Mic, presented by the Active Cash Card. And he is on his way to his third base position. And Jacob Misiorowski toes the rubber as we get ready for game 1 of this 3-game series. Remember, the first 2 games are here. It's a 1 o'clock start tomorrow. The third game of this series, the Brewers will be the home team, but that game will be played at the Little League Classic in Williamsport. Jacob Misiorowski rocked 24th start of the year. The numbers are eye-popping. He leads the major leagues in just about every major pitching category, including ERA and strikeouts.
Yeah, we'll see how long Pat Murphy's going to allow him to go. I would imagine he's going to give him a little bit of leash today, let him go a little bit longer when you have Chris Sale out there. I mean, Misiorowski has not allowed more than 3 earned runs in any one of his 23 starts this year, and that's going to be important today when you're facing Chris Sale.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Atlanta Braves, managed by Walt Weiss. Ronald Acuna Jr. leads off. He's had a down year this year. Drake Baldwin, the former Rookie of the Year and the Madison native, will catch and hit second. Matt Olson hits third. In the middle, Walt Weiss has Michael Harris, Ozzie Albies, and Mauricio Dubon, the former Brewer. Dominic Smith, Austin Riley, and Mike Yastrzemski round out the starting 9 for the Braves. They shut out the White Sox yesterday in a makeup of a rainout. And our landmark credit union Brewers defense partner.
Yeah, you got Churio, Lara, and Bowers in the outfield. So Bowers gets a starting right against the tough left-hander today. Ortiz, Pratt, Terang, Vaughn from third to first, and William Contreras pushing the buttons for the Miz today.
4-man umpiring crew in place. Todd Tishner is the crew chief, and he'll call the balls and strikes. John Tumpain over at first, with Adam Hamari at second, and Chris Vondrak, the third base umpire. Roof is closed, panels are closed. It is pouring outside. A lot of thunder and lightning in the area, but we are nice and toasty inside. First pitch presented by Aurora Healthcare, and Ronald Acuna Jr. takes a first pitch. It is a check swing, and we are underway. You notice the players with the specialty bats, all the gear that they are allowed to wear today. It is Players Weekend. It was a few years ago they used to wear the jerseys with their nicknames on the back. Now they can accessorize as they please. So you'll see some of these what would be normally non-conforming bats. Players can kind of let their creative juices flow here however they wish.
Yeah, Acuna Jr.'s kind of showing off the colors here today. The lime green. Love it.
How about those cleats? Professional grade spikes right there for the Miz. Now see what the fastball looks like. Typically he starts games with extreme velocity, 103, 104 miles an hour. Misiorowski creeping up on an innings number that he's never seen before. Brewers have been very protective of Misiorowski. But This could be a day where they need him to go extended as Acuna draws the walk.
And that's something that the Atlanta Braves don't do a lot of, walking. Let's check out our middle time game plan. We might be looking at a preview of a playoff appearance. This might be a playoff matchup at some point, so you're going to have to play it as such. You figure runs are going to be hard to come by, have to take advantage of every opportunity. You might see some things today like bunts, maybe trying to be aggressive on the bases to try and get as many runs as you can off of these two aces.
Here's Drake Baldwin. Made a name for himself in Atlanta. Mizorowski, a shaky start here with command. Baldwin, the Rookie of the Year. He was a big-time hockey fan and hockey player growing up outside Madison. Putting together another strong year. 21 homers, 63 RBIs. He's become one of the premier pieces in this lineup with a lot of familiar names. Braves won the World Series back in 21. Baldwin, Matt Olson, Austin Riley, all key names here. Ozzie Albies.
All can hit homers. They're second in the league in homers.
They tied him up. Miz with a slider. He's got a good one. That was the pitch that got him out of a jam against the Dodgers. Struck out Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani with this very pitch.
Well, when you think you're facing 103 miles an hour, and then he drops that on you, good luck.
1-2 the count on Baldwin. Mizorowski's last start was last Saturday at Dodger Stadium. Brewers took 3 out of 4 from the Dodgers. Miz was excellent in that game.
6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, and a win.
Got himself out of that bases loaded jam in the 5th inning and then came back out to pitch the 6th. And that's a called strike 3, a ring up.
102. That's the velocity that we're used to seeing out of the Miz.
First out of the game is a strikeout, a backwards K. Pitch cast courtesy of Hyundai.
Looked like it was supposed to be on the outside corner. Caught the inside corner for strike 3.
1 away. Here's Matt Olson. Our drone is an indoor cat today with all the rain outside. Great to have that roof. I know the Braves were in here today. I heard from just about every Braves personnel that we saw just praising the roof, and fortunate that there is a game today. This would certainly be one that would be delayed, maybe rained out. We don't have that problem here in Milwaukee. Olson trying to get on a fastball. And it's quickly 0-2.
And I think the hitter's got a break because it is overcast. The roof is closed. All the panels are closed up. You don't have to really deal with the shadows at this point, and they can be rather treacherous this time of day.
Runner at first, no balls, 2 strikes. Olson lays off. That's an unusual 3 o'clock start, and then the Brewers have a 1 o'clock start with the Braves tomorrow. And both teams will be traveling to Williamsport for the Little League Classic on Sunday. Sunday's game, a night game on ESPN, the national exclusive game.
Ordinarily, you would expect Acuna to be running, but he hasn't been running a whole lot since coming off the injured list.
ACL tears, surgeries on both knees. Coming up to the end of his long contract that he signed as a 21-year-old. And a swing at a miss. Got him on the slider.
Well, you're going to see a lot of that, I would imagine. You got to start that bat a little bit sooner than you'd like. You're trying to catch up to 102, and you're going to see some sliders get swung at out of the zone. And here's one from Matt Olson.
Rock, how about the list of strikeouts on the slider by some of the biggest name left-handed hitters in the game? And now Matt Olson is on that list.
You're going to see a lot of punch-outs today, I would imagine. Get used to it.
2 outs from Michael Harris. He chases the first one at 100 up around the shoulders. You have to start that swing so early. Makes you so vulnerable for everything else. Runner goes on a delay. The throw in time.
Beautiful.
Acuna with the delay steal opportunity. William Contreras is the major league leader in caught stealing. And he's got one more on the list. And the inning ends at second base. Went for the delay steal. Contreras had his eyes open. And the inning ends. 23rd caught stealing for Contreras. We go to the bottom of the first now. Pat Murphy and the Brew Crew ready to go against Chris Sale. Game one of this three-game series. Brewers coming off a series win against the Mariners. Here's the batting order for the Brew Crew, decked out in their Wisco City Connect jerseys. Chourio, Turang, and Contreras will start it. Left-hander Chris Sale on the mound. Chourio back in that leadoff spot against a left-handed pitcher. But Rock, no ordinary left-hander here.
Yeah, you can see the arm angle. It's going to be tough, particularly against lefties. He's tough on everybody. Terrific slider. 16th season for Chris Sale. He is buttoned up against 3,000 strikeouts. 2,739 punch-outs for him. I mean, the list goes on. Accolades for Chris Sale. He's been terrific.
Not bad for a guy that many thought his career was on the back end and coming to an end after that Tommy John surgery. Jackson Chourio with 17 homers, 50 runs batted in.
And we mentioned that Mizorowski has not allowed any more than 3 runs in any one of his starts. You can say the same about Chris Sale. No more than 3 runs in his last 19 starts. So this should be a good one today.
Miz gets most of his strikeouts on the fastball. Sale with the slider. Both have very good sliders. As Chourio into right field. Acuna a few steps over. He makes a play. And that's how the day begins for Chris Sale.
Yeah, this guy's got a career earned run average for his entire career, 16 years at 296. It doesn't get much better than that. He doesn't give up much.
Brewers have 2 lefties in the lineup today. Bryce Turang and Jake Bowers. Luis Lara is in the starting lineup as well. He's a switch hitter. And Sale obviously tough on left-handed hitters.
It's really tough arm angle. I mean, that high 3/4, I should say low 3/4, kind of slings it across his body.
There's a fastball strike. Still great velocity for Chris Sale at age 36. Goes 96, 97 miles an hour. Turang approaching a 2020 season. Got 16 home runs on the year. Has 18 stolen bases on the season. Had 1 hit in the Mariners series. That came yesterday. Brewers scored 6 runs in the first inning yesterday and then hung on to win the game 7-4. Late home run by Garrett Mitchell. Turang a little rollover. And Olsen takes it to the bag for out number 2. Chris Sale is certainly headed to Cooperstown at the end of his run as a player. He is 3rd among active pitchers in strikeouts. He's 4th in ERA. Top 5 in wins. In an era when the win has not been considered as one of the big stats, even though Sale still thinks of it that way.
He's got to stay in the game long enough to get wins. Cy Young Award winner with the Braves back in 24.
Here's William Contreras, the former Brave, batting with 2 outs in the first. Pat Murphy playing a bit of a hunch here. Contreras elevated in the batting order. Remember, on the road, he and Yelich were hitting 6th and 7th in the lineup. Contreras had a home run in Los Angeles.
You got to get those 2 guys swinging the bat, Contreras and Yelich. No doubt about that.
William had 2 hits in the Mariners series. And he pulls that one foul, just missed the bag. Contreras was an all-star with the Braves. Had a lot of games at DH that first year in Atlanta, which first full season, I should say, in 2022. And then they traded him to the Brewers, and he's kind of taken off. His overall numbers offensively, caught stealing numbers, continue to be one of the elite catchers in the game, even though he's had a down year offensively by his standards. For most catchers in the major leagues, Rock, you take a 12 homer 63 RBI season.
And when he came over from Atlanta, he was considered to be a big bat and needed a lot of work defensively. Well, he's done that work, and he's become one of the best defensive catchers in the game.
And a 3-time All-Star now. And he shoots one back up the middle. Nice short stroke. Sale made a mistake with a fastball, and Contreras made him pay for it.
Yeah, literally right down the middle, 96 miles an hour. 37 years old, still has the big velocity and the slider to go with it. Here it is, 2 strikes on Contreras, and that's a nice short swing. Able to hit a rocket into center field. Perfect swing by William.
So that Players Weekend bat has some hits in it. Here's Andrew Vaughn now. Vaughn checks in with a batting average over 300. 303 with 5 homers, 36 driven in. OPS is strong at 848. A lot of doubles in that run. Not hitting the homers that he did when he came to the Brewers last year, but he has proven to be an excellent hitter with great command of the strike zone. He's got a terrific swing, hitting .370 against lefties this year.
That was a good take on that last slider.
2-0 the count.
Change-up on 2-0.
Brewers would love to strike first, give Miz a lead. Two and one. That's up the middle. Brewers taking the humble approach. Back-to-back singles with 2 outs. Contreras and Vaughn give the Brewers a chance here in the first inning.
Yeah, that's their game, right? I mean, they don't hit a lot of home runs. The Atlanta Braves do. Brewers rely on making contact, getting the base hit. 6 runs in the first inning yesterday. No homers in that inning. That's another good swing by Andrew Vaughn.
And it brings up Jake Bauers. Bauers has hit lefties very well this year, part of a career year for Bauers, and he with a little flare, that is foul.
That'd have been sweet.
Fastball got in on him, but Bauers almost fought that thing off for a base hit.
And Bauers hitting nearly .290 against lefties, a little less. That would have been nice to drop that one inside the line.
Bauers had a 20-game on-base streak snapped 2 days ago. Got one started again yesterday. Strong numbers against left-handed pitching. Never really had an opportunity to face lefties until the injuries this year forced him into the lineup. And a little handle shot right back to the mound at Sale. Despite giving up a couple of hits, puts up a 0 in the first. Mizorowski and Sale were off and running. We go to the second. Game 1 of this 3-game series with Atlanta.
Jacob Mizorowski on the mound here as we start Players Weekend. A great matchup between Mizorowski and Sale, and Mizorowski coming off of a win against the Dodgers, another quality start for him, and it was a sequence in the 5th inning that determined the entire game, and for Jacob Mizorowski, one that he's very proud of in terms of just how he pitched and executed in that situation. It was bases loaded in the 5th inning, working with a 3-run lead. All he had to do was face Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman, and it was the mound visit. He said that William Contreras came out They were unanimously in agreement on the slider. Pitching coach Chris Hook came out. He was also in agreement, put together a good game plan. He struck out Shohei Ohtani on 3 sliders, also used the slider to strike out Freddie Freeman. And for Miz, he said, I love pitching in those moments and to build some volume of at-bats and build experiences against the best hitters in the game in those situations. It was the second time he had pitched at Dodger Stadium going back to the postseason. He said, I love those moments, and that's pitching, and those are the sequences that he's most proud of, guys. He doesn't love to talk about the velocity. He's not impressed by that, what he's done historically with the fastball. Those are the moments that stick with him and give him a lot of confidence here moving forward.
Yeah, he pitches now. I mean, when he was in the minor leagues, maybe in the beginning of his career last year, he was just a hard thrower, but now he's a pitcher that can throw 103, 104 miles an hour. I mean, he mixes it up extremely well. Hitters don't know what they're getting at any point.
Little jam shot roller to Terang. Nice play on a speedy runner of Michael Harris on a 3-1 pitch. Gets a weak contact, out number 1 here in the second inning. This is what we're referencing from Saturday. This was the moment of truth, maybe one of the best moments of the year for the Miz. With the bases loaded, got Ohtani, and then he came back. Look at his reaction here when he got Freeman. He was pumped.
I mean, when you're able to throw that pitch for strikes, a hitter's going to go up there looking for 102, 103 miles an hour. And when you can drop that on him, I mean, that is a big-time advantage for a pitcher.
Ozzie Albies, beg your pardon, Mauricio Dubon on the, beg your pardon, it was Albies on the first pitch after Harris bounced out. Well, Sophia, the reaction has a lot to do with his mound opponent today.
Yeah, the 6 strikeouts for him against the Dodgers, and you just showed the 2 biggest ones of the game for him. And we were talking to him, he doesn't really play a lot into these head-to-head matchups. He says, I'm not pitching against Chris Sale. I'm pitching against the Braves, right? And I'm pitching against myself. But he said he did love watching Chris Sale as a kid and just sort of identified with how much emotion he showed on the mound. He said he was kind of one of those old school guys that wasn't afraid to show emotion and kind of let out a roar, let out a fist pump. We've seen that from Miz at times, and the Brewers have really encouraged him to do that, right? Chris Hook has said he's better when he's got that extra bounce, he's got that extra juice. We've seen him do that a lot, so he credited Chris Hill for that.
Thanks, Sophia. There is Dubon, the former Brewer.
It's a nice piece of hitting by Dubon. 103 miles an hour up and away. Stuck the bat out there for a base hit. 103 up and away. And when you throw a pitch away like that, it gives a hitter a better opportunity to get a bat on it, but up a little bit differently. That's a nice swing.
Smart approach. Mauricio Dubon turned himself into a terrific utility player. He's going to be playing a lot of shortstop for the Braves, you would think. Here's the DH, Dom Smith. Adam McCalvey, MLB.com beat writer for the Brewers, wrote a terrific story about Miz and his connection with Chris Sale, a guy he always looked up to and watched from afar. He loved the enthusiasm, the energy he pitched with. Tall, lanky guy like Miz.
Yeah. Chris Sale's 37, Mizorowski 24. 13 years different.
Those were in the prime teenage years when Mizorowski was following Chris Sale. Dominic Smith takes a ball, 2-1 to count here.
But again, he's right when he talks about he's not facing Chris Sale. He's not pitching against him. He's pitching against the Atlanta Braves. It doesn't matter who he is facing, who the mound opponent is that particular day. His job doesn't change. He's got to get out.
Two outs, runner at first. And Smith right off the end of the bat. Lazy little pop up to center field, and it's going to be Lara who puts it away. 2 scoreless for Jacob Mizorowski. Well, he is matching up against some of the game's best. Had a great run against the Dodgers. They're chasing the Brewers. He's matching up against the Braves and letting it all hang out. UW Credit Union brings us drone cam day. With the roof closed, drones working inside. Keep them dry. Chris Sale, Jacob Mizorowski. First ball swinging, Gary Sanchez. Fly ball to right field. There is Acuna, and 1 pitch and 1 out. Well, Chris Sale, age 37 season. He's 12-8. He's got a 2.16 ERA. And you're talking about ERAs that are below 2.2 at this age or older. And we haven't seen the likes of this very often. Most recently, Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander. Cy Young year for Verlander. You got Roger Clemens in 05. Remember how nasty Kevin Brown was?
Yeah, sinkers. Yeah, big time.
Credit to Chris Sale for not only, coming back from the surgery, but also just his ability to throw this way, which is a bit of an unusual, taxing way to throw on the body.
Yeah, the rebuilt arm. That helps.
Long and lean at 6'6" and 180 pounds at 6'6".
That arm angle is just really nasty to lefties.
Facing Joey Ortiz here.
A lot of different reasons why he is as good as he is, and part of it is that arm angle. Low 3/4, and he drops a slider on Joey like that.
How good has Ortiz been since the 4th of July at OPS at 987? Only Pete Crow Armstrong with a better OPS. And Ohtani on that board. These are MVP candidates on that list.
Yeah. Well, since 4th of July, Joey Ortiz has been the best hitter in baseball statistically. When you look at the statistics, the batting average, OPS is good. He's not far behind either.
Those have been the two big stories, Ortiz and Bowers. Ground ball to Albies. And there is out number 2. Sale's Tommy John year was 2020. During the pandemic, he was shut down, returned. That was as a member of the Red Sox. He returned to Boston and just couldn't quite stay healthy. Made just 9 appearances in 21. Only 2 games started in 2022. Had an ERA near 4.5. The next year, 23, and they traded him. Let him get away to the Atlanta Braves, and he has thrived as a member of the Braves. Chris Sale for Vaughn Grissom, who at the time was an infield prospect. Had very little time in the big leagues. Grissom no longer in the Red Sox organization. We just saw him with the Angels.
Yeah.
Cooper Pratt getting his first look at Chris Sale. And down he goes. A strikeout to end the 2nd inning. 3 up and 3 down. Sale picks up his first strikeout. 2 scoreless on the board for each of these aces.
Well, 2027 Brewers season seat memberships are officially on sale. Be part of the crew for 2027 and score exclusive member rewards, discount days, member-only experiences, and much more. Learn more at brewers.com/season tickets.
There is a Christian Yelich Players Weekend bat available.
I don't want to choke up.
Did you ever hear lefty?
No.
Looks like you may have. Austin Riley, a wave and a miss. He's down 0-2.
Maybe I should have, looking at my stats.
That's a good looking bat. Remember, Yelich did all that damage with that Bob Uecker bat.
I like it. It's like an M110, the model that I used to use. Kind of a standard model. That was the model that Mickey Mantle used.
Is that why you broke it out?
No.
You and the Mick?
I found that out many years later. Like it.
We're going to see a lot of these bats over Players Weekend. I'm just going to take this away from Rock, just in case he gets any ideas.
You feeling vulnerable? Is that what you're saying?
Ball boy, good effort. He got dirty. It's all you can ask. Can't teach people to care over there, Rock.
Good effort.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Austin Riley. And he chases one. Down he goes. Miz has the cruise control fastball going. It is still electric. but it's hovering in the 100, 101 range right now.
Yeah, both of these guys, they rely big on the strikeout. Do it a lot differently. Miz with the high fastball. Sale with the down and in slider to right-handers. Both equally as effective.
The big question you would ask, is this all he's got today with a fastball, or is he kind of saving it for the right moment? We'll find out later in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, Chris Sale does the same thing.
Mike Yastrzemski with one away. Braves have had 2 base runners. Acuna walked in the first and then was caught stealing to end the inning, and then a single by Dubon in the second inning that came with 2 outs. Miz always pitches from the stretch. That's part of the development of Mizorowski, getting him to clean up his mechanics a little bit.
He says his most important pitches are going to happen when there's men on base, and why not just do it all the time, but get used to it. Not a bad idea.
He's got the hunting motif going with his glove and his shoes, and he's hunting strikeouts right now. Yastrzemski with a base hit. He got a curveball, stayed up for him, and Mike Yastrzemski with a single to right center.
Yeah, left that one up right down the middle of the plate. Second hit for the Braves.
You can tell right away, Rock, this is a very different style of offensive lineup than what we saw in the Mariners the last 3 years.
The Mariners just take. Very rarely was swinging the bats. A lot of strike threes called. These guys don't walk much, the Atlanta Braves.
Acuna, little tapper, slow roller. Here's Pratt. Nice play. The rookie shortstop takes care of Ronald Acuna. On the play, Yastrzemski goes to second base. There are 2 outs now.
Yeah, the Atlanta Braves second in the league in home runs, and they walked the second fewest times. So they're up there hacking.
Walt Weiss taking over for Brian Snitker, longtime bench coach. Braves went with the Brewers model to keep the continuity once Brian Snitker, a World Series winning manager, hung him up. There's a little tapper right back to the mound, and Baldwin is out. Mizorowski works around a 1-out single, strands a runner in scoring position for the first time. He's got 3 zeros on the board.
To this advertising.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by Miller Lite, taste you can depend on. By Prevagen, made for your brain. And by the Northwestern Mutual. Discover a better way to money at northwesternmutual.com. Big crowd on a Friday afternoon. Be pushing a sellout today here at American Family Field. And an elite pitching matchup. Best pitching matchup of the day, maybe of the year, and one of the better pitching matchups we've had in a long, long time in the big leagues. When you consider where these pitchers are in the ERA race, 1 and 2. Baby on board. Here's Luis Lara, talented 21-year-old rookie, hitting 9th, getting his first experience against Chris Sale.
Yeah, Chris Sale faced Sanchez with the Phillies. That was a pretty good pitching matchup, but I think this is got that one topped.
Lara with a base hit. The speedy Lara is aboard. He's a switch hitter. Gets the call against Sale today. And in his first at bat, he delivers the 3rd hit of the game for the Brewers.
Fastball down, only 93 miles an hour. Kind of a BP fastball for Chris Sale down in the zone, giving Lara a chance. Get that pitch up, maybe a different situation, but down a little easier to get to.
Brewers go 3 for 9 first time through the batting order. And now Churio batting for the 2nd time. Tied him up with a breaking ball, and he goes. That's a swing. John Tumpain, the first base umpire.
Yeah, he went.
Threw him another one. And Churio having a tough time seeing that pitch. He's down 0-2. Jackson had 5 hits in the 3-game series against the Mariners. Had an RBI. Was on a good run in the month of August. Another one bounces in.
Good job by Baldwin to keep it close, but you know Lara is trying to do what he can to get to second base.
Lara has great speed, very fast runner, still learning the stolen base art at the major league level, reading pitchers and whatnot. Here's a 1-2. Churio in the right center, base hit. Lara is on his way to third, and he'll make it. Jackson Churio with a 2-strike single in the right center.
Boy, how much does he like that high fastball? So you got to wonder about that pitch right there. Sale made him look bad on the slider. He gave him a fastball up, and he rips it into center field. Fastball up out over the plate. Nice easy swing for Jackson, and the Brewers set up nicely here with the top of the order up.
Up and down the lineup, all these elite runners. And it was easy for Lara to go first to third on that base hit. Nobody out. Runners at the corners for Bryce Terang. Might see a bunt here. Terang is a good bunter. Nope, he's going to let it fly, and he swings and misses. Used to see Terang bunt a lot more in the early days of his career. That was a big part of his game. Once he started hitting tanks, he stopped squaring around so often.
I don't blame him.
Why bunt a runner over when you get in a 3-run homer? That Sale breaking ball.
Nasty.
It eviscerates left-handed hitters.
Yeah, it's nasty. Almost unhittable for a lefty. Given the arm angle.
Sale knows the margins are thin, as does Mizorowski. Could be a low-scoring affair. That Terang cannot lay off, and he strikes out on 3 straight breaking balls.
And none of them are strikes. Easy to say up here, but with the arm angle that Sale uses out there, it looks like that ball's starting right at his hip. Ends up well off the outside corner.
That's the hot zone for Chris Sale. He and Mizorowski rack up the strikeouts in different ways. Now Contreras, who singled in the first inning. Came on a 2-strike pitch. That is a foul ball off the foot or leg of Contreras.
Yeah, people in the stands wondering why he didn't run. Went off his foot.
You could hear the double thud. Take a look. Yep, right off the top of that pad around his ankle and the top of his foot. First and third, 1 away. No balls and a strike. And it's 1-1 now.
Tough to get a jump off this guy too. You know, Churio would love to steal a base.
Just funky enough. You don't know if he's coming to the plate or over to first. And a bouncing ball off the glove of Sale and into center field. Contreras with an RBI. Churio racing to third base.
That's good base running by Jackson to get to third base on that. I think the fact that that ball went off of Sale's glove helped Churio to get to third. Looked like a changeup. And there's your run, Jacob Mizorowski. A changeup down the middle. Off the glove of Sale, slowed it down enough. Harris not able to get there in time to keep Churio at second base.
Well, you never know. Without the deflection, Albies might have a play on that ball. Sale upset at himself that he went after it. William Contreras puts the Brewers on the board first. Now it's Vaughn.
5 hits already for the Brewers, all singles.
Death by paper cuts. This is how the Brewers roll right here. Get into good counts, use their speed. They put the ball in play. Good 2-strike hitting as well. Churio's hit with 2 strikes. Contreras just slaps one up the middle. Vaughn's been good with runners in scoring position this year, hitting at a 280 clip. Singled his last time up. Bright yellow bat. Players think about and prepare for what kind of bats they want to use on Players Weekend. Some guys just stick with their normal bat. That's a bouncing ball to short. Dubon flips it to second. Throw to first. Not in time.
Yeah, kind of awkward, right? I mean, Dubon had a difficult time getting it out of his glove and shoveling it over to Ozzie Albies. Andrew Vaughn, not the fleetest of foot down that line, but he's able to beat it and another run in.
He was sniffing that RBI.
Yes, he was. Kicking in high gear. Check out the transfer. Yeah, a little bit of an awkward flip over to second base. And not in time at first.
2-0 Brewers. Here's Jake Bauers now. No way Bauers is going with a specialty bat. He's sticking with a bat he's had for about a 2-week run now of incredible hitting.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Runner at first, 2 away. Bauers takes a ball. Sale trying to get in the fight on that slider. Wisconsin Lottery home run leaderboard. Bauers sits at the top with 22. Leads the Brewers in RBIs. Got 72 RBIs, or I should say second in RBIs behind Terang. And a strike from Sale. Fastball. Another high pitch count inning for Sale. Anytime you can get a pitcher in the 20 range in an inning, you've done something. The Brewers do that all the time.
In that third inning, the Brewers are already halfway through, second time through the batting order. They're doing a pretty good job today.
Jeremy Hefner, the Braves pitching coach. And Bauers is swinging a miss. Sale strikes him out with a high fastball. 98. His best fastball yet. But the Brewers get 2 on the board. Andrew Vaughn with a fielder's choice in an RBI. Contreras drives one in as well.
Worrying.
The Miz is costing Culver's a lot of custard right now for free. A strikeout in the third means you scored a free scoop of fresh frozen custard. Sign up to join the delicious rewards program. Redeem your free scoop of fresh frozen custard with any order through tomorrow at participating Wisconsin Culver's locations. Might as well order up some.
The catcher is challenging the pitch.
Some cheese fries. Knock out some cheese curds. ABS Challenge presented by T-Mobile.
Pitch is a strike. Milwaukee has 2 remaining.
There you go.
Contreras.
There's a win.
Gets one right. Well delivered by Todd Tishner, home plate umpire. Firm and boisterous. That's what we like. Matt Olson leads off for the Braves in this 4th inning. Mizorowski struck him out in the first. Are those peaches on his bat?
Georgia peach.
There's a whole lot of. How many peach trees? How many roads that start with the name Peach in the Georgia area,
Yeah.
Atlanta area?
Yeah, peach tree. That's a long road.
Yeah.
So you can say one thing, a lot of things about Matt Olson. I mean, he's a heck of a player, but he plays every single day. He hadn't had a day off in quite some time.
He's one of the few that have played every day.
911 straight.
He's done an incredible job taking over for Freddie Freeman. Those are tough shoes to fill.
And Freddie Freeman was the guy in this organization that got everybody else to play every day. And Freddie Freeman continues to play every day with the Dodgers.
Olsen strikes out. Boy, he did not look comfortable there. The Miz with a 101-mile-an-hour fastball, a strikeout. It's number 4. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. These are the hot zones, Rock, for these two starters.
High fastball for the Miz at 104 miles an hour at times, and then Sale down and in with the slider to right-handed batters. Yeah, Miz sometimes gets into trouble when he gets that fastball down a little bit. That's when he gives up the home run. Sale with that slider, just nasty.
They have been on their scouting report here tonight, and why would you change? Kind of success these two pitchers have had. Mizorowski 4 Ks, just the 1 walk which came to start the game against Acuna. And Michael Harris with a swing and a miss. There's the other part of the equation, that nasty slider.
He's come up with a good one, hadn't he?
So far, Sale allowing the 2 runs with 3 Ks through his first 3 innings. Miz has a 0 on the board. Brewers do have a bullpen that's a little beat up today. Still no Abner Uribe, who's coming back from an elbow injury. I'm sure Pat Murphy would love the Miz to go deep in this game. Fly ball to center. Lara, what a jump, what a catch. This kid shot out of a cannon right here. Lara just fetches that deep drive to center field, and Harris is retired.
I tell you, the Brewers are just blessed with some outstanding outfielders. You got Garrett Mitchell, who's been outstanding all season long. Lara, they're all plus defenders in center field. They all get good jumps, and not a false step right there, and Lara able to make that catch as he gets to the warning track.
Good hands replay courtesy of Allstate. 2 outs. Here is Ozzie Albies.
It's just going to get better in the outfield when Sal Frelick comes back, and he's close.
Albies flew out to left on the very first pitch he saw in the 2nd inning. Takes a strike. Thought about challenging that. He would have won that challenge. It's just such a different look. It's even hard for the hitters to adjust to this kind of velocity. Miz is riding the fastball upstairs, which is a game plan against the Braves, and he is executing well today.
That's when he gets his strikeouts. I mean, when he gets the ball down a little bit, that's when he gets in trouble. Trouble is kind of an operative word. Not a lot of trouble, but that's when he gets up some contact.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Albies. And then he snaps off that breaking ball. That was an impressive foul ball by Ozzie. This guy's been a great player for the Braves. He's got 20 homers this year, 65 driven in. Braves fans think they have the best second baseman in the National League. And of course, the Brewers fans know they have the best second baseman in the National League, and that guy.
Yeah, defense and offense. Yeah, both of them.
2-2. Albies lofts one, shallow left. Churio coming in. He's got it, and the inning is over. Mizorowski, a 3-up, 3-down 4th inning. 4 scoreless on the board. The Brewers and the Miz lead the Braves 2-0.
Hey, wrap up August at American Family Field when the Brewers take on the Rangers for Friday, August 28th through Sunday the 30th. It's a huge weekend with country music night and Jackson Cheerio themed giveaways. Get your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
That'll be a fun homestand with the Rangers coming to town on a quick one. Brewers go on the road for 3 against the Mets, come right back against the Rangers. At the Cole Swindell concert on the 28th. That Saturday game is a Fox game, by the way. National game again for the Brewers. Our man Jeff Levering will call that. Rangers fighting for a division title and a potential wild card in the wide open American League. So that'll be a fun series.
Yeah, Brewers have been on national television quite a bit this year, and why not? They deserve it. It's a good team. They'll be on national television on Sunday in Williamsport.
We'll be back on Brewers TV tomorrow afternoon. Sanchez on the ground to third. Austin Riley. And Gary is retired, one away. Here comes Joey Ortiz. Ortiz on this great run at the plate, and it has come with some power. He's hit a couple of homers recently, had one in LA, a 2-run shot. Wisconsin lottery home run count up to 7 for Joey O. Got his batting average up to 252.
Where he started. It's an incredible run since the beginning of July.
And if you go back further, he was under 200 at the end of May. Been a different player. He's making a very strong case for a Gold Glove from the utility position this year, I would say.
I like the bat he's got.
Specialty bat. I don't know, the bat he was using had a lot of hits in it. Let's hope this one's the same. What's he got there? In the colors of Mexico.
Yeah.
Who we played for in the World Baseball Classic. California native. Two and two. And Sale strikes him out. Man, that was a tough break for Joey O. The sun popped out right before that pitch.
And then Sale threw the nasty slider to get him.
How about those shadows? That must look like a strobe effect coming in there.
Yeah, I think I spoke too soon when we come on the air. We were saying we're not going to have to deal with any shadows today, but there they are. But once the shadows come out, it's nice to have a lead.
Yes, indeed. Fourth strikeout for Sale. 2 outs here in the fourth. Brings up Cooper Pratt. Yeah, these are the tricky windows right here as the sun sets to the west, which is above the first base grandstand. Those panels up there. It can be tough this time of day. It's very similar to what the Brewers will face in the postseason. Milwaukee always seems to get that 4 p.m. start in the postseason.
That late afternoon start, yeah. And tough with the shadows, particularly in this ballpark.
Everybody complains about those starts in the postseason. Believe me, it doesn't matter where you are. Roy Halladay threw a no-hitter in the postseason in a game that started at 4 p.m.
You remember Ben Sheets, 18 strikeouts against these Atlanta Braves on a day like today.
Pitchers welcome it.
Yeah.
They say hitters don't need all the advantages. 1 and 2 to Pratt. 2 outs. And Cooper fights that one off foul. Cooper got in a little activity at the plate in a simulated game today. With Brewers had their left-hander Jojo Romero. Pitch essentially 1 inning.
Not a bad idea when you're going to face a lefty that particular day.
Pratt and Luis Lara. Right field, got some carry to it. Acuna on the run toward the line, and he's got it. And the inning is over. 3 up and 3 down. Chris Sale puts up a 0. Brewers have 2 on the board, though. Mizorowski back to the mound. He's up 2-0 as we go to the 5th.
No man.
Drone Cam presented by UW Credit Union. Good to see the rains have moved on. Had some nasty storms come through here earlier. Sun is shining brightly now, which has created some shadowing across home plate. I'm sure these hitters are saying, why us? Kind of drifting in and out of the clouds. You hope to catch one between the cloud cover. Mizorowski, 4 scoreless innings against Atlanta. Mauricio Dubon has a single off the Miz. 2 hits in the game. Yastrzemski and Dubon. Mizorowski also walked a batter in the first. That was Acuna to start the game. Acuna was thrown out trying to steal, however. So Miz has faced just 2 over the minimum. Has retired 5 in a row. Devon's been a great player. Walt Weiss loves him. Whether he plays the outfield, he gets starts in left, at shortstop. He might start to settle in here at the shortstop position.
And he can hit. And he's having a good year. Driven in 61.
They brought Ha-Seong Kim in last year, traded for him, thinking he would be their shortstop option. But Devon has essentially taken that job from him. Back up the middle, backhanded by Terang. Makes it look easy.
Man, he's something. Do not take for granted what you see out of Bryce Terang on a daily basis, because he makes it look so easy. It's just amazing how he can move around, how he can make throws off balance like he just did, and right on the money with something on it. You don't see that from everybody. He is a special talent out there at second base.
The difference in reaction was hilarious there. Mizorowski, full panic, trying to get out of the way. That's a foul ball, by the way, off the bat of Smith. Miz knows what kind of defense he has behind him, and I think he's been told, keep your body and your glove out of the picture here on balls,
especially your bare hand.
Yeah,
you don't want to get the bare hand in the way. A lot of pitchers try to knock the ball down with a bare hand. That's a no-no.
Miz looked like he was trying to escape a beehive, whereas Terang just very calmly cruises over, gloves it, throws it like he's barely breaking a sweat.
I mean, his balance and the way he's able to keep his feet in front of him and get something on his throws off balance, no matter if he's going up the middle or in the hole. It's special.
1 out, no balls, 2 strikes on Dominic Smith. And a roller to the right side, and Terang can't get there. Seeing eye single for Dom Smith. It's a base runner with 1 out. That'll give us a chance to hear a message from Diggers Hotline.
For 50 years, Diggers Hotline has helped protect Wisconsin residents. Contact them for free 3 or more working days before digging. Be smart. Check before you start.
Here's Austin Riley. Hard to see him down in the 8th spot in the batting order, but it has been a down year by his standards. He's hit 15 homers and he's got 60 RBIs, but the batting average at 223. Some bird watching going on. I don't blame him. Everybody wants to see this matchup with the Miz and Sale. Fastball strike. Fastball's creeping down a little bit for Miz to more human ranges. That was 98, but well placed. Nasty slider.
Yeah, then you have that. I mean, when you have that pitch to go along with 98, that plays just fine. If you're just throwing 98, that's different.
Mostly fastball slider today. A few of those cutters. Gave up a hit on one of his 2 curveballs to Yastrzemski. Here's a 1-2 and a swing and a miss. 99 with a gas upstairs. Strikeout number 5 for Mizorowski.
Well, he'll give you a little extra when he feels like he needs it, and he felt like he needed it right there. 99, good enough when you throw it up there. Nobody's going to be able to get a piece of that. And high fastball, unhittable.
2 outs. Here's Yastrzemski.
Just great to say that name, isn't it? Yastrzemski.
The grandson of the famous
Carl
Yastrzemski. I feel like you had an encounter with
I did.
Carl Yastrzemski once.
With Grandpa. Yeah, one of my first games at Fenway Park. Yastrzemski was up. Tapped my shin guard, said, "Good luck, kid." Durwood Merrill was behind home plate.
That's a great name.
I forget who was pitching, but he threw a pitch, and I mean, it's right on the corner, and Durwood didn't call it. And I threw it back, and I said, "Where'd you have that one?" He said, "If Mr. Yastrzemski doesn't swing at it, I'm not calling it."
That's when you knew you were in the big leagues.
Fair enough. Particularly at Fenway Park.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have been a Yaz fan growing up, like everybody in your generation.
Yeah.
What a player. What a star he was.
And what year was it? He led the league in batting at 301. Wasn't a whole lot of offense that year. He was something.
You want to get our director John Walsh fired up, you start talking about that era of Red Sox. Captain Carl. Yastrzemski draws the walk. Second walk given up by Mizorowski. Now you got to bear down here. 2 on, 2 out, going back to the top of the order. And despite a down year, Ronald Acuna is always dangerous.
Yeah, just like Cal Raleigh when he was here with the Mariners, you just figure at some point he's going to get it.
Acuna walked in the first. He grounded out weakly in the 3rd inning. Loves that first pitch. 2 on, 2 out, and he lays off. Mizorowski misses with a fastball, starting to ramp it up a little against Acuna. Had a good cut, but he was late. That was a cutter from Mizorowski. 97-mile-an-hour cutter. Yikes. One and one the count. The Miz against Acuna. And a strike. He's challenging this. That was
challenging the pitch.
Perfectly placed. 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, right at the bottom of the zone.
Acuna's going to wipe out one of the Braves' challenges here. You bet.
Pitch is a strike. Atlanta has 1 challenge remaining.
Got to be satisfying for the home plate umpire when that happens. Todd Tishner saw it well. Now it's 1 and 2. Braves threatening in the 5th. Miz deals and Acuna lays off.
That's a good take. Mizorowski getting a lot of swings on that pitch.
What does he give him here? 2 and 2. Ground ball to short. Tough hop for Pratt, no problem. Mizorowski strands a pair. He's got 5 scoreless on the board against the Atlanta Braves, the top team in the NL East. Sale back to the mound. The Brewers lead 2-0. Cy Young race in the National League. The Miz is the front runner. Chris Sale is in the picture as well. 2.16 ERA, second in the National League. And then how about Christopher Sanchez with the Phillies? 16 wins. He's the wins leader. Big strikeout numbers. And a 2.5 earned run average. If the Miz stays healthy and continues what he's doing here, he is going to win the Cy Young Award. He is leading not only the National League but the majors in most of the major pitching categories.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get him a few more wins, but you know, starting pitchers don't have a whole lot to say about wins. Need the run support, but he's certainly deserving.
Sale has won a Cy Young with the Atlanta Braves. That was after Tommy John surgery. Very satisfying for him to come back a couple of years after that surgery and then win that award. That was a year Sale won the pitcher's triple crown. Matter of fact, Sale and Skubal both won the pitcher triple crown that year in each league, leading the league in wins, ERA, and strikeouts.
They're both lefties.
Lara down the right field line. Into the corner it goes. Lara's on his way to second. Throw comes in, and Lara is out. What a throw by Acuna.
Boy, that is major right there. That throw was amazing. I mean, you couldn't even see him. He was so far down in that corner in right field. That might be one of the best throws I've ever seen. That was amazing by Acuna. That throwing arm, not only was there a lot on it, but it was right on the money.
I'm not going to argue with you on that one. This is to get your momentum stopped and make this kind of throw.
Look at that, right on the money as well. Ooh. My goodness.
Woo. It's his 5th outfield assist.
That's a hat tipper right there, and not much you can do about it.
Flat-footed, he threw that ball 92 miles an hour.
Check this out. I mean, my goodness, what an arm.
Perfect.
Oof.
I didn't think he had a chance to get Lara at second base. Most don't. Tell you, when Acuna is focused, when he's dialed, when he cares, he's still one of the greatest players in the game.
Yeah. I mean, I saw when I was playing, I saw Bo Jackson make some incredible throws.
That looked like Bo Jackson.
Yeah, no kidding. Exactly right.
Raul Mondesi.
Reminds me of a great story about Vince Scully. I told you about this story. I'm sitting there talking to Vin, and Raul Mondesi's on the Dodgers, and a great throwing arm. And I said to Vin, you know, Vin, who was the best throwing arm in the outfield? He said, you know, Bill, Carl Furillo.
The Redding, you know, they called him the Redding rifle.
Yeah.
It's a swing and a miss.
I mean, how many guys do you know that can refer to Carl Furillo?
It's a good story.
Yeah.
I remember that conversation. He's an electrifying player. He's been an MVP. Signed that huge contract in his early 20s. Braves have a couple of team options remaining on that deal. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Here's Terang with 2 outs now. Broken bat, little flare, down, base hit. Terang will pull up. It's bobbled in left. Terang didn't know that as he was putting the brakes on. Yastrzemski has a good arm as well.
Brewers are getting their hits, all singles, but it was 7 hits off of Chris Sale, not too shabby. And a fastball in off the plate, just pulls the hands in and fights it off down the line and left.
Opposite field hits, Brewers lead in that category. That's number 338. The humble approach.
Season high,
like to call it.
Season high in hits for Sale, 10. That happened in June.
No balls and a strike on Contreras, who had a single and an RBI in the 3rd inning. 2 hits today against Chris Sale, both to center field. Brewers got 2 in the 3rd inning. Contreras and Vaughn back to back with RBIs. Contreras lines one left field. It's down. On a hop, Yastrzemski. He'll keep Terang at second. How about William Contreras? Hit a 3-hit game. And the Brewers, with 2 outs, come up with a little something here.
Yeah, that was a slider that stayed up enough for Contreras to be able to barrel it up. But yeah, 3 for 3 against Chris Sale. That's something to be proud of. Able to get the barrel of the bat out on that and hit a bullet into left.
That was an important cutoff there in left field by Yastrzemski. If it gets by him, Terang easily goes to 3rd and might have a chance to score.
Yeah.
Instead, 1st and 2nd. Here's Andrew Vaughn. 2 outs in the 5th. Vaughn legged out a potential double play ball in the 3rd inning. He's not a fast runner, but he was sniffing an RBI and was able to beat the throw. Had a single off Sale in the 1st. And a little slow roller out to Albies. That will retire the side. Brewers chipping away, though. They're adding to the pitch count. Sale's at 80 through 5. Brewers lead 2-0. Acuna with an outfield assist as the best highlight of the day so far. Two-0. Brewers lead the Braves as we go to the 6th inning. This epic pitching matchup. Mizorowski as advertised today. Brewers to win the Cy Young. Raleigh Fingers, Cy Young and MVP. Back in 1981. 82 was Pete Vukovich. Corbin Burns won the Cy Young in 2021.
234 punch outs for Corbin. What a year it was. The cutter for Corbin Burns.
Mizorowski got a chance to put his name on that list. Drake Baldwin, Matt Olson, Michael Harris coming up for Atlanta. Baldwin is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out back to the mound. That ball back to the mound in the third was with a runner at second base. It was a key out for the Miz. Miz stranded 2 last inning.
Braves 0 for 2, runners in scoring position.
Baldwin is crushing the ball post All-Star break, hitting .366. OPS over 1,000 since the All-Star break against the right-handed pitchers. Much lower against lefties, obviously. He was the player of the week right before the All-Star break. And he takes ball 3.
He's seeing the baseball pretty well.
Big inning for Mizorowski. Pitch count at 84. And ring that bell. A cutter and a called strike 3.
Second time Baldwin has been caught looking at strike 3. Right at the bottom of the strike zone, the cutter. He's getting more and more confidence with that pitch, isn't he?
What a pitch. What a pitch to add to the already formidable arsenal. 6 strikeouts for the Miz. Here's Matt Olson, who has struck out twice. Takes a first pitch breaking ball for a strike. Backdoor slider just caught the bottom. The Miz is not just a hard thrower. He is a real pitcher this year.
Yeah, he is.
Working the edges, throwing strikes, and a full arsenal, Rock.
He's a pitcher that has 4 different pitches, and he can get it up to about 104 miles an hour at times. Crazy.
He's a big game hunter this year. Oh, and 2 the count on Olson. That was old Miz right there. That was rookie Miz.
A little overthrowing.
Falling off the mound.
Yeah.
The thing about Miz this year, he's been able to correct his mechanics in between pitches like that. Look how much more balanced he was.
Sometimes when you have an 0-2 count, you want to throw it 105 miles an hour. That's what happens. You fall off, you get out of your mechanics, and you get right back to it. Next pitch.
2-2 the count on Matt Olson. 1 out. We're in the 6th inning. And Olson hits a drive into center field. Lara going back. Lara at the track. Leaps. He's got it. Look at this kid. Luis Lara. Another highlight.
Yeah, I don't blame Mizorowski. All you got to do is just watch it and enjoy the way this outfield, particularly that young man, plays center field. Unbelievable catch. He knew exactly where he was on that wide warning track, perfectly timed his leap, and able to haul it in. Oh, what a play.
He's a star.
We saw him make a number of great catches out in right field, now in center. Man.
That's one of the best ones he's had. The one in right field was similar, where he jumps with both knees up. It's like Spider-Man going up on a building. Michael Harris shoots one into right center, a base hit. That is to the wall. Harris on his way to second base with a double. Squared up a Mizorowski cutter that time. And it's a 2-out double for Harris. Braves starting to get some better contact here recently.
Yeah, these guys are aggressive. These guys swing the bats. They don't like to take too much. They don't walk much.
Chris Hook will take the slow walk out, give the Miz a breather.
And they can pack a punch. They hit a lot of homers.
So a meeting at the mound, and it gives us a chance to hear a message from Aurora Healthcare.
Whenever you need us, we're your advocate. Aurora Healthcare.
Antonio Senzatella loosening in the Brewers' pen. Just in case.
A little bit of a challenge right now up there at the plate. I mean, the batter's eye is in the shade. The rest of the field is in the sun. Kind of plays tricks on the eyes.
And yet the best 2 hit balls of the game by the Braves coming with this setting. So here's Ozzie Albies. Another guy who loves that first pitch. He's the tying run at the plate. 2 outs in the 6th. Mizorowski's pitch count up over 90 now. Brewers won't push him too much further past 100 at this point. They wouldn't anyway, but especially at this point of the year.
This might be his last inning.
Most pitches Miz has thrown all year, 107, and he's only gone over 100 3 times. So he's going to lay it out there now, and he's behind 2-0 on Albies. Albies a swing and a miss. There's the cutter. That's the better location than the one he threw to Harris. Albies right over the top of it.
Yeah, cutter on 2-0. A lot of confidence in it.
Two balls and a strike. Albies, fly ball, right field, lazy. Bowers is there. He's got it. Inning over. And the Miz, a pump of the fist. 6 strong against the Dodgers his last time out. 6 strong against the Atlanta Braves this time out. These two putting on a show. Well, 2-0. Brewers lead the Braves. Mizorowski shines once again. 6 strikeouts across 6 innings. Might have seen the last of the Miz. We'll see. There's a right-hander due up to lead off the 7th. Activity in the Brewers bullpen. Brewers would love to put some insurance runs on the board. Chris Sale is at 81 pitches now as he pitches in his 6th inning. Generational pitchers here.
Amazing, isn't it?
Matching up against one another. Bowers on the ground to Albies. And there's out number 1 to start the 6th inning.
One toward the end of his career, the other just starting. And both incredible.
Yeah, Chris Hook having a long conversation there, looking at the tablet, guessing he would be done. Senzatella continues to throw with purpose in the bullpen. Braves have the bottom of their order coming up in the 7th. Gary Sanchez takes a ball. Question will be who gets that little window there between Baldwin, Olsen, and Harris, the 3 left-handers that the Braves have near the top of their order after Acuna.
Yeah, Ashby threw 2 innings yesterday. It'd be interesting to see if he's even available today. I would imagine he is. Maybe get a hitter or 2.
1 ball, 1 strike. And Sanchez a cut and a miss. 1-2 the count. Well, he looks like he's at least thinking about it. He's got a rubber arm.
Man, he can throw every day if you let him.
I saw Ashby before the game. I just said, how you doing, man? Those 2 big innings, some high stress pitches. He goes, oh, great. I feel great.
Well, he's pitching like he feels great.
Two the count. Sanchez taps 1 foul.
Ashby has thrown in 59 games this year.
And multiple innings in a lot of those games.
Right.
Certainly wouldn't be asked to do that today.
A lot of back-to-back, and we'll see today.
Brewers are missing Abner Uribe. That's a big hole in their bullpen right now, but the bullpen's been great. 16 1/3 scoreless right now.
We saw JoJo Romero throwing today. He's on his way back. It'd be nice to get him back in that bullpen.
Yeah, he looked good. Sophia and I were down there, and he walked past us, and it was great to be back on the field again in a simulated game. He'll have minor league rehab games coming. Sanchez chopper out to Albies. 2-4-3 ground outs. 2 up, 2 down as we send it down to Sophia.
Yeah, our Freighter Medical College of Wisconsin injury update. As you said, this was the scene earlier today. JoJo Romero out doing a live BP. First time we've seen him on the mound since they acquired him at the trade deadline. He has missed the entirety of the second half. He had appendicitis over the All-Star break, and so had surgery to address that. He was down from throwing for about 2 weeks, and speaking to him just about the rehab, he said it's been really unusual. He's obviously never dealt with anything like this, a non-baseball injury. He said if it was something soft tissue or an arm, you've got a little bit more familiarity with how to deal with that, but he said it did feel really good. Just the buildup that he's had, the bullpens, to face hitters here today was a really good thing for him. So the next step for him would be a minor league rehab appearance. Pat Murphy saying we need him to go through everything that we would ask him to do here at the major league level to make sure he's ready to go.
Brewers could get even more dangerous in that pen if JoJo Romero comes back and he's healthy, and it looks like he is.
Right now, just 2 lefties in the pen. Hall and Ashby.
0-2 to Ortiz, and ball outside. I saw Matt Arnold before the game. He said, you know, I think JoJo's going to be one of our guys, because first time I met him, he slammed a Red Bull and then smashed the can on his forehead. So I think he's going to fit right in here in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
When's the last time you smashed a can on your forehead?
I was going to ask you, I never have.
They don't call you Rock for nothing.
I think if anybody could do it, it's probably my forehead. But
took it down and then,
yeah,
you know, for recycling purposes.
Yeah, right.
Flatten that can out on your forehead.
Throw a few more cans in there.
Yeah, that's a called strike 3. Ortiz is going to challenge.
The batter is challenging the pitch.
Oh boy, close.
So it was close. Let's see. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and that's a strike.
Oh my goodness.
And
Pitch is a strike. Milwaukee has 1 challenge remaining.
I tell you, Todd Tichenor is dialed in behind the plate with these 2 aces on the mound. Sale gets through 6. Brewers lead 2-0 into the line for the Miz. Here comes Senzatella. All right, Rod, Jacob Mizorowski in our Toyota drive of the game, driving those fastballs and breaking balls past the Braves today.
And the cutter was a big pitch for him too. It got him out of a couple of jams. And the cutter, the fastball, the slider, didn't see too many curveballs or change-ups, but really didn't need them. Wasn't a big velocity from Mizorowski, but he mixed it up extremely well today.
6 innings, 6 strikeouts, no runs against the Miz. 4 hits for the Braves. Just the 2 walks. And he'll turn it over to his bullpen now. Mauricio Dubon leads off. Antonio Senzatella on the mound, and a little flare into center field. Mitchell and Churio, and it pops out of Churio's glove. On his way to second, Dubon. The throw comes in. The tag. He's safe. What a wild sequence.
Man.
Terang is asking his dugout to look at this. He thought he had the tag on him.
And a pretty good umpire rotation. The second base umpire went out to see if the catch was made.
Pat Murphy.
Milwaukee's challenging the safe call at second base.
Third base umpire was making a call at second base.
When Trust replay review. Looks like he moved the jersey a little bit. Tough
He
to
had
tell.
the jersey there, but we'll see.
Problem is the call on the field is safe, so it's
Yeah.
got to be convincing evidence to overturn here.
Yeah, I think that the replay on the scoreboard is showing that the tag was made on the jersey before the hand touched second base.
That is Terang's argument.
That's a heck of a play by Bryce Terang. And a good recovery by Churio.
That's in the hands of a replay review room in New York City right now.
Third base umpire Clint Bondrak was the guy on the call, and he was moving as he was making that safe call.
don't know if there's enough to overturn here. Trying to look for some movement on that jersey. I mean, we are going frame by frame. Great camera work, right? By the way, from our excellent.
The field needs overturned. Runners out.
There you go.
Challenge.
Well done.
Yep. Good challenge by the Brewers.
Chalk on up to the skilled camera operator, our man Andy. Right in on it.
The review team in that Brewers clubhouse. Oh, those guys are great.
So it'll be a single, and then 7-4 on the out at second base. Senzatella's got his first out. Antonio Senzatella, Gruber offices, one call, that's all called to the pen.
Yeah, basic fastball cutter for Senzatella, last pitched on Wednesday against the Mariners. A scoreless ninth inning with a couple of punch outs in that appearance.
Here's Dominic Smith.
I'd say that was a good job by Churio. He dropped the baseball, got up very quickly, and made a good throw into second base. No hesitation.
Mitchell just takes over in center, moves Lara to right, Bowers to first. Brewers tighten up defensively with a late lead here in the 7th.
That's a huge call right there at second base in a 2-0 game.
Two and one on Dominic Smith. He had one of the 4 hits off Mizorowski. Seeing eye single through the 4-hole on the right side in the 5th inning. And a swing and a miss. Tell you, Senzatella, he's gone more sinker cutter, more 2-seamer lately, getting away from the 4-seamer. And his last 3 outings, he has looked like the guy the Brewers hope they acquired via trade.
Yeah, cutter has been 31% of his pitches so far this year.
You see the massive use of the 4-seamer through the year, but he's throwing more of those lately and getting results like that lately. That was the sinker. Smith with a rollover ground ball for out number 2. Our old friend Brent Suter, lefty loosening in the bullpen, a trade acquisition for the Braves. Victor Medeiros is the right-hander. Austin Riley with 2 outs. Popped him up. Terang shielding his eyes from that sun through the panels, makes the play. 3-batter inning for Antonio Senzatella. He continues to shine here. 2-0 Brewers. Sale is out. Brent Suter coming in. Stretch time at American Family Field.
Beautiful shots from the drone camera presented by UW Credit Union here, and what a game it has been. We're right down there. Hello, everybody. We're at the Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all sports desk, getting set for Brewers post game coming up. Tell you what, the defense in this game, the only reason why it's 2-0.
It is. They're keeping it at bay, and it's Luis Lara, LL Cool play in the outfield. Great play in center field, great play in right from Acuna. They're playing back and forth. Defense has been on display on both sides.
Well, we'll talk about the great pitching matchup, that defense, Contreras, and hopefully a Brewer win coming up in just a few, BA.
All right, thanks Craig and Dilly. Dillard's old teammate Brent Suter on the mound. I think Dilly gave him his nickname, the Raptor.
How about LL Cool play?
I think he's been workshopping that a little bit.
Was he waiting to use that?
Okay, he's good with the nicknames, including the Raptor, one of the great nicknames. Brent Suter, former Brewer, started his year with the Angels. This is his 4th game as a Brave. Trade deadline acquisition for Atlanta, facing Cooper Pratt.
He gave up a run his last time out. That was on the 15th against the Diamondbacks. 3 innings though, 4 hits, 1 run for Suter. No punch outs. Fastball, changeup, slider for Brent.
Pitch clock need not apply. He's always been one of the fastest workers. Suter was an opener against the Brewers as a member of the Angels a couple of road trips ago. He just crossed over the 10 years of service time mark. Great milestone for him as he strikes out Cooper Pratt. And one away here in the 7th. Aurora Healthcare defensive play of the game. Easy one to call on today, Rock.
Yeah, amazing. Luis Laura, amazing play out in center field. The young man has got incredible skills out there. Fearless against that wall. We've seen him blast into that wall a few times in his short career here. What a play.
He's an electrifying player. He's got 2 hits today, both off Sale.
Seen some incredible outfield play for both teams. That throw from Acuna, I still can't believe that throw. Into second base. Man.
Yeah, I'm sure over on Braves television that is their defensive play of the game.
For sure.
They can have that one. That was a great throw.
And Churio getting up after dropping that ball in left and getting it out at second.
Lara hit his first big league homer on this homestand. Some will say it was an asterisk because it was off a position player. Not us, though. That's a called strike 3. Lara challenges immediately.
Catcher's challenging the pitch. Batter's challenging the pitch.
Well, no, that's going to wipe out the Brewers' challenges the rest of the game. He is a bold challenger for a rookie, no question about that.
Pitch is a strike. Milwaukee is out of challenge.
Oh.
Again, you got to feel the game a little bit. Todd Tischner is not missing behind the plate. He is dialed right now.
In a 2-0 game, that could be a big play.
It's a scary walk past the manager when you empty out the challenge bucket. Silent treatment. Don't make eye contact.
Yeah. Get by there as quickly as you can.
Here's Churio now. Brewers are getting a little loose with the challenges. That's probably something that has been discussed. You don't want to start emptying out your challenge bag. They were out of challenges the other day against the Mariners in the first inning.
First inning, Contreras lost it both. Yeah, that's a bit early.
Two and one. 3 balls and a strike now on Churio. Remember, batters only have 1 timeout. It used to be a strategy against Suter was to step out on him, but you can only do that once. Churio draws the walk. 2-out base runner. And the left-hander Bryce Terang coming up against the lefty. Ball 4 presented by Felco. First walk of the game issued by Braves pitching. And Terang, who had a hit off Sale in the 5th inning. Braves will have 9-1-2 up in the 8th. Yastrzemski, Acuna, Baldwin. Bullpen is quiet for the Brewers, which would tell you Senzatella is coming back out.
He's got 9-1-2 due up for the Atlanta Braves.
Just a 9-pitch inning for Senzatella in the 7th. Runner goes, Churio, and it's off the glove of Suter, recovers and makes the connection with Olsen to end the inning. Brewers lead 2-0. We got a low scoring, tight game going at American Family Field. To the 8th we go. Toyota game reset. We got a good one going today, as we thought it would be. Sun shining brightly now after storms blew through. Brewers lead 2-0. Sale and Mizorowski pitch well. Mizorowski 6 scoreless. Sale goes 6 innings, gives up 2 runs. Both of those runs came in the 3rd. And a key inning now with a thin bullpen. Antonio Senzatella trying to go multiple innings here, Rock. Yastrzemski to start it, then Acuna, and then Baldwin. If Aaron Ashby is available, this would probably be the inning you'd see him. if it gets to the point where those lefties, Baldwin, Olson, and Harris, are coming up.
And nobody getting loose. There's no activity out in that bullpen.
Senzatella, as a Rocky, frequently pitched across multiple innings. 20 times, actually. But the last time he went multiple innings was back on July 28th, so it has been a while, nearly a month, since he's gone multiples. He went an inning and 2/3 against the Brewers here as a member of the Rockies back in June. In Colorado, I should say. 3-2. There's the cutter.
Yeah, good cutter. Just a little movement to get it off the bat.
Key batter to start the 8th. Full count to Yastrzemski, and it's ball 4.
Don't want to do that.
Tough start. Yastrzemski's been on all 3 times today. 2 walks and a hit.
Well, let's check out today's time of the game winner. It's the Drunken Fox in Fox Lake. If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. It's offered courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Sellout crowd today. Over 40,000 in the building. Acuna to Bowers. Bowers to second. Out there. Throw to first. And it's into the dugout. Senzatella was late covering.
Yep.
It's going to cost the Brewers a base here. Yeah, the Brewers had a double play right in front of them. That's a tough play for a pitcher.
You got to get over there quickly, and I think the fact that it took Senzatella a little while to get there kind of had Terang kind of double clutch, and by that time he wasn't able to make a good throw. Check it out. He got over there quickly enough, but check out Terang, a little double clutch and just lost a handle on it. Senzatella was there in time.
Yeah. So umpires are coming together here. The ball kind of popped back out. I don't know exactly where it hit the dugout, but Acuna still at first base.
The ball went out of play. Runner will be awarded second base. Milwaukee will have no chance to challenge.
Which they won't do. And that'll be an error on Terang.
Yeah, that's should have been an automatic double play because Acuna wasn't really running all that hard.
You know, they were looking at that too. That
interference.
Well, because the ball is out of play, that made it a dead ball. But there was contact between Senzatella and Acuna. Could have put him at second anyway. All right, so tying run at the plate, Drake Baldwin. Now you get into the run of lefties, and this is Senzatella's game here. McGill would certainly be ready for the 9th. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count on Baldwin.
And 93 up out of the zone, a little over anxious.
Matt Olson due next. 2-0 Brewers in the 8th. First time Senzatella has gone multiple innings as a Brewer. He and JoJo Romero were the 2 bullpen pickups at the trade deadline. A swing and a miss. He got him.
Yeah, tied him up with a cutter.
He stayed upstairs on him too, partner.
He only threw him 1 strike. That was the first pitch, and everything else was out of the strike zone. And he got Baldwin to chase. That's a big out. You got to be careful here, Matt Olson. This guy's got 36 home runs. You have first base open, but do you dare put the go-ahead run to the plate?
Yeah, Harris, the left-handed hitter, due next. And he's having a great year. So it's pick your poison. Braves are right where they want to be in their lineup. See if Senzatella can get through this 8th inning. Runner at second, 2 outs. Olson, a mighty lash.
Oh, he had a good swing at it. Another pitch up in the zone. 93 is all.
Olson was the hitter that put that ball in play, resulting in that great catch by Lara back in the 6th inning. took extra bases away. And a base hit to left. Acuna will stop at third.
Yep.
Matt Olson, opposite field single. The Braves have him at the corners.
They hit it too hard. No way. No way Acuna could score. Doesn't seem like Acuna's running very well these days. You see that fastball away. Olson with a really good swing gets on top of it, lines it into left. Didn't have a very big lead off of second base either.
Now this is where the previous games have an effect on the game in front of you. You saw that shot of DL Hall and Aaron Ashby both shut down in the bullpen, both pitching multiple innings recently, and as much as they want to get out there, this is a down day for them. So meeting at the mound gives us a chance to hear a word from Habish, and Rotier.
Since 1930, one law firm has handled virtually every serious piece of injury litigation in Wisconsin. Wouldn't you want that firm handling your car accident case?
Michael Harris coming up.
For all intents and purposes, this inning should be over. He was not able to turn that double play. It was tailor-made.
Dylan Dodd, the lefty in the Braves pen. All right, inflection point here in this game. 2 outs in the 8th. Runners at the corners. And Harris, a base hit, opposite field. Olson on his way to third. Nope, he'll stop there. It's an RBI single for Michael Harris. The Braves taking the humble approach.
Yeah, both of them to the opposite field again. Inning should be over. The extra at bats, and the Atlanta Braves able to get on the board with 2 outs. Back-to-back singles to left field by 2 lefties. Pretty good approach. Very good hitting by Olson and Harris.
Harris is 2 out of 4 today in a line out. Tying run at second base. Now it's Ozzie Albies, who's 0 for 3. And a strike. Albies jumps out of the way. That was a ball. That was well out of the strike zone, but a gift for Senzatella. Albies with 13 career at-bats against Senzatella. He's 3 for 13 with a homer. Couple of Ks. 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Grant Anderson. Senzatella pitching in his 2nd inning. Trying to grind his way through this 8th. 3 balls and a strike on Albies.
Yeah, be careful now. Cookie down the middle. You don't want to do that.
Dangerous pitch. The 3-1. Albies takes ball 4. Well, again, this is not a scenario you'd see in a postseason with regular days off, and Brewers have to ride their bullpen through the regular season. Senzatella is being asked to extend here.
All these extra pitches because the Brewers unable to turn that double play.
Here's a contact hitter in Dubon. Bases loaded, tying run at third. Go ahead run at second base. Dubon's 2 out of 3 today. Thrown out at second base, trying to extend a single to a double in the 7th. One ball, 1 strike. Dubon right field. Lara right there. Senzatella walks the tightrope but gets out of it. 1 run scores. The Braves strand the bases loaded. 2-1 Brewers. To the bottom of the 8th we go. For every Brewers RBI, the Northwestern Mutual Foundation is funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research. Northwestern Mutual and the Brewers proud to partner in curing childhood cancer. The trumpet sound for William Contreras. Former Brave is having his way against his old team today. 3 hits, had an RBI single in the 3rd. It is a 2-1 game, and a lefty out of the pen, Dylan Dodd.
Yeah, he's been really good. Look at those numbers at 227 in 37 games.
Contreras, right center. It is down, a base hit. That hit the ground. Contreras is aboard with his 4th hit of the game.
A lot of guys might have dove for that.
No challenge by Walt Weiss.
Yep, it was trapped. It was a breaking pitch, and William Contreras having himself a day at the plate, 4 for 4.
Well, that would be a great sign if you get Contreras hot for the final sprint of the season. Matchup of 2 of the best teams in the National League, and an opening game of this series that matches it. Garrett Mitchell.
A homer yesterday off a lefty.
Mitchell had a 4-hit game in the first game against the Mariners Tuesday, that 22-0 game. Not only did he have a big insurance home run in the 8th yesterday, then made that great catch to end the game over the shoulder. Two 2-0 to Mitchell with Contreras at first. There's a story behind that bat, Sophia. What do you have?
Well, for Players Weekend, Garrett Mitchell has maybe the most personalized bat of any one of the Brewers. He has a blood sugar graph on there for type 1 diabetes. You see that to the left. And then the phrase, every scar has purpose, and that for the shoulder surgeries that he has been through, the significant amount of time that Mitchell has missed. And then the phrase, refined under pressure. And G-Mitch feels that there's been a lot of pressure on him, right? He's always waited to have this kind of runway, to be this type of player, have this level of production, and be healthy for a full season. It's everything he's hoped for.
Yeah, I love that. And he draws the walk here. That is awesome. Great story, Sophia.
I love that line with the scars, right?
Yeah.
The other one is, you know, only survivors get scars. That's something to live by.
He's had an incredible season, a healthy season. He's an amazing story, an inspiration for many. He draws the walk in his first at-bat, and the Brewers quickly put up a threat here in the 8th. First and second, nobody out. Trevor McGill, the Brewers closer, preparing in the bullpen. Birdie ready to hit that slide. Jake Bauers is the Brewers home run leader with 22. Another lefty on lefty matchup. Imperative to get a run, at least a run here. Braves will have the bottom of their order coming up in the 9th. Dom Smith, Austin Riley, Mike Yastrzemski scheduled. Bauers had a good cut.
Yeah, had a good pitch to hit too.
No hits today for Jake. 0 for 3. Couple of outs on the ground. And nothing but left-handed pitchers against Bauers today. There's a strike. Brewers lead 2-1, threatening here in the 8th. Dylan Dodd coming out of the Braves pen, and he strikes out Bauers. First out of the inning.
Hey, Brewer fans, vote for the soft serve margarita. Fill in your ballpark bites bracket for a chance to win tickets to try these bites in stadium. Vote at MLB.com/bracket. The soft serve margarita.
A rally Rita. Here's Gary Sanchez. 0 for 3 today. All those at-bats against Chris Sale. Sanchez has had great success against left-handed pitchers this year. And late on that one, he fouls it away. Sanchez, a .266 hitter against lefties. OPS .866. 4 of his 10 homers have come against lefties.
And base hit into the outfield doesn't necessarily mean a run.
The 1-1 and a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. 3 at-bats today against lefties. Sanchez 0 for 3. Contreras started it with a single. He's at second. A walk by Mitchell. Very fast runner at first base. Here's a 1-2. And that one straightens up Gary. 2-2 the count. Two and two. Sanchez almost hit by that pitch.
Runners get a head start here. Well, let's see if they take off. There's only 1 out.
Ortiz due next.
And maybe, I doubt they're going to have him run.
Sanchez has a good eye. He'll take his walks. You'd love to get Ortiz to the plate with some men on base. 3-2. Sanchez on the ground. It's gloved by Dubon. Throw to second. Out. Throw to first. In time.
Wow, what a double play. My goodness.
Mauricio Dubon starts a brilliant double play. Brewers will have a quick look at first. See if Sanchez beat it down the line. Did not. It's an inning-ending double play. And now it is closing time for Trevor McGill. And the thinnest of margins. 2-1 Brewers. We go to the 9th. It's a game that has lived up to the billing. Mizorowski against Sale. We have seen superb defense by both teams and a 2-1 score. Brewers lead as we go to the 9th inning, and now Trevor McGill out to try to nail down the save and put the first of this series in the books for the Brewers.
They picked up save number 23 against the Mariners in yesterday's game. He's retired 30 of his last 31 batters, and the only base runner that reached was an intentional walk. That was in San Diego.
McGill's been on the top of his game here lately. 3 up, 3 down yesterday. Just 13 pitches. 11 of them strikes. Dominic Smith on the first pitch. Out number 1 here in the 9th.
Always important to get that leadoff hitter out. Able to get it done again.
McGill had a 3-run lead with which to work yesterday. Knocks the save with relative ease. Remember that great catch by Garrett Mitchell to win the game. Just a 1-run lead here as Riley on the first pitch. Fly ball to center field. Wow. Garrett Mitchell. 2 outs.
Love it. 2 pitches, 2 outs. They are an aggressive offense, aren't they?
40,000 plus rise to their feet here. Sellout number 16. McGill is an out away.
Got to figure Yastrzemski's going to be taking one, wouldn't you figure?
Yastrzemski has been on base all 3 times. A single and 2 walks. Braves had the bases loaded in the 8th. 2 hits and 2 walks. It was a Brewers error in that inning. They scored just 1. Senzatella had to buck up to get through 2 innings. Mike Yastrzemski with Ronald Acuna on deck. McGill fires and a strike.
Back-to-back curveballs, able to land that one. That's been the difference maker for Trevor.
See what McGill does. The 1-1, a line drive through for a base hit. Yastrzemski with a 2-out single. And that's going to bring Acuna to the plate.
3 straight curveballs. Yastrzemski able to center on the last one. He's had a good day at the plate.
Lane Thomas is going to run for Yastrzemski. He carries the tying run. The last 34 batters that McGill has faced, only 2 have reached an intentional walk, and that single by Yastrzemski.
Yeah,
that's how dominant he's been.
On the 3rd straight curveball to Yastrzemski.
And now Acuna, always dangerous. 2 outs in the 9th, and Acuna takes a strike. Fastball, a buzz bomb in there at 98 on the hands.
And he was getting out of the way, clearly in the strike zone.
The 0-1, swing and a miss. Big curveball, and it's 0-2 on Acuna.
That's the good one right there. The hard one going straight down.
Brewers a strike away. 0-2 to Acuna. Runner goes. Pitch is up, and no throw by Contreras. Lane Thomas with a stolen base. And now the tying run is at 2nd in scoring position here with 2 outs. Serious drama here at American Family Field. 1-2. McGill fires, and a swing and a foul. Acuna had a good swing of that curveball.
And left that one a little bit inside, giving Acuna a chance. Throw the curveball for strike 2 that he threw. That'll end it.
Anxious crowd. Acuna wants his time out here. McGill wants a new baseball. It's a fidget factory out there right now. Kind of ending a game like this deserves full tension. 1-2. McGill, and he struck him out, and the ball game is over. Trevor McGill nails down save number 24. A 2-1 Brewers win in the opener of this 3-game series. Makes a winner out of the Miz. And one of the best games we've had here in this ballpark all year.
Yeah, we saw some great defense by both teams. And I tell you, Trevor McGill gave Acuna that curveball we were talking about, the hard one down in the zone, got him on swing and miss. It's not often, you know, a pitching matchup, the billing that we had, lives up to everything we expected. And what a game here today at the ballpark. Brewers able to come out victorious.
First team to 80 wins. Second fastest in franchise history as the Brewers go to 80 and 49. McGill notches his 16th consecutive save, his 24th of the year. And the Brewers are shaking hands in their City Connects as they take the opener of this 3-game series. There is a lot more coming your way. Sophia downstairs with interviews. Craig and Tim will have the post-game story. Brewers win 2-1 in a thriller on a Friday afternoon in Milwaukee.